بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته and welcome back to the third episode of how to mark the Quran al-Kareem, and we come here to discuss the colors that you can actually use as a great tool to mark your Quran al-Kareem very efficiently. So what do we do? Number one, some would write it in one single color and some would write it in different colors. So in my case, for example, I'll give you some of the ideas. You have the word Jibreel and Jibreel and whatever variation this word has, mashallah. We've discussed this in a previous video. We marked it in red. Okay, we've marked it in red. And basically now, for example, I will use the green color to signify and to show, to mark the imalat and the taqlilat. So for example here, wa bushra, as you know, Imam Warsh will do taqlil. So for example, Imam Warsh, I will write jim on top. Okay, wa bushra, as we know. This is going to be the taqlil. And then underneath it, I will write the imalat. Okay, the imalat. And who is going to do imala here? Ha for Abu Amr al-Basri, and you will have, of course, Imam Hamza and Imam al-Kisa'i rahimahumullah ta'ala. This is, of course, in the Sab'ah. So how did I do it? I wrote the taqleel and the imala on the same color. However, for taqleel, I write it on top of the word, and for imala, I will write it underneath the word. And this is, inshallah, something which is very, very efficient. Now, for example, lil mu'mineen. Okay, lil mu'mineen, I will use the blue color. And why the blue color? This is, again, it's your choice. You can use whatever you want. You can use black as well. It's not a problem. So lil mu'mineen, these are for the usuli ikhtilaf, the ikhtilafat that follows the same rule throughout the Quran al-Kareem. So for example, lil mu'mineen, what I will write jim, okay, Warsh, lil mu'mineen, and then you have, of course, Imam Susi rahimahullah. So the ya that will stand for Imam Susi rahimahullah ta'ala. And because we are stopping, you also have Imam Hamza. Okay, so Imam Hamza, what I would do, I will write it here, but as you know, it's only when stopping that Imam Hamza will actually recite lil mu'mineen. So therefore, I will just write a small ayah. You see a small round here that signify an ayah. Otherwise, you can put the fa in brackets as well to say that it is waqfan only, by stopping only, that this ikhtilaf will take place. And this is how you mark your Quranul Kareem, inshaAllah ta'ala. So we've got the red for the furush ikhtilaf, you've got the green for example, the imalat, and you've got the blue for the normal ikhtilaf, the usuli ikhtilaf. What I would do with the black then is sometimes when you need to write notes on the sides, okay, which is, for example, just say an exception to the rule, then I will write it in black and I'll just put a small star there, and then I'll put the star here again to say that, okay, for example, in this scenario or in this specific word, there is no ikhtilaf and it's an exception to the rule. Naam. So number two, sometimes you've got differences of ikhtilafat, or you've got two awjuh, two wajh or wajhan, however you want to call it. Wajhan, for example, two options for the same rawi or for the same qari. So now, for example, here, as you know, in the mimul jam' or etc., you will have differences of opinion. For example, here minhum. Okay, minhum. So if you carry on, fariqum minhum bal. So the minhum bal, as you know, this is usul ikhtilaf. Usuli ikhtilaf, the usul. So basically you will write ba, okay, this is qalun, and then you have Ibn Kathir al-Makki rahimahullah ta'ala. So both of them will recite in this scenario minhu bal, okay, as you already know and you've learned in the usul. However, you also know that Imam Qalun rahimahullah ta'ala will actually have two wajh. He will have the first wajh, which is adamu sila. So basically minhum bal, okay, minhum. So basically he will recite it like Hafs rahimahullah ta'ala. And then the second option is with sila. Therefore, how are you going to mark this? So Imam Qalun rahimahullah ta'ala, what you can do, and there are several options. Some of the people, they mark it, for example, they will put the fatha on top. Okay, the fatha on top or the kasra beneath, to signify that there is actually two awjuh. And then you, of course, by learning the usul, you will know what are these awjuh. Or a better way of doing it is actually to write a number. So you write a small 2 on top of the ba. You write a small 2 on top of the ba. And if you write 2, it means that qalun has 2 awjuh. These are different methods of marking the Quran al-Kareem. And I hope, inshaAllah ta'ala, these videos were useful, inshaAllah, from part 1 to part 2, and of course our part 3, inshaAllah. And we should be able to write and mark the Quran very efficiently from now on, inshaAllah ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to mark our Quran efficiently and to appreciate the knowledge that we have. We have to do shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the great ni'mah that He has given us. And inshallah ta'ala, I will see you in the next video. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.